mountain stands, a testament etched in stone against the relentless sky. Observe it closely, not in isolated grandeur, but as a moment in an unending conversation. Does the mountain boast of unwavering strength, or does it whisper a deeper truth? A resilience born not of unyielding hardness, but of an intimate dance with impermanence. For what is strength without fragility to define its contours? What is permanence without the constant presence of change to sharpen its edges? We, beings crafted from stardust and ephemeral breath, seek resilience in both the seen and unseen realms, in bodies that weather storms and in spirits that navigate the unmapped territories of the soul. Yet, we often seek a monolithic strength, missing the profound lesson whispered by the rustling leaves in the patient river. True resilience is woven from threads of apparent contradiction. Consider the stone. We deem it solid, durable, yet touch it, and you find a surface yielding to time's invisible hand, worn smooth by wind and water. Break it, and you reveal a layered history of pressure and transformation. Is the stone truly resistant? Number. It is receptive. It absorbs. It bends in its own slow way. It fractures, yet it remains. Its resilience is not in imperviousness, but in the capacity to become, again and again, shaped by the forces that seek to dismantle it. This is a lesson in incompleteness. The mountain is not finished, never fully formed. Each sunrise paints a fleeting, different picture upon its face. Its wholeness resides not in a static form, but in the dynamic, ongoing process of being shaped. Are we so different? Do we not also find our strength in acknowledging our own inherent incompleteness, our capacity to be sculpted by the winds and waters of life? Now turn your gaze inward to the landscape of the spirit. Here, resilience is not measured by muscular fortitude, but by the quiet strength of the willow in the storm. The mighty oak may resist, straining against the gale until it splinters, but the willow yields. It bends, almost to breaking, yet springs back, unbroken. This yielding is not weakness. It is a profound wisdom. It is the understanding that resistance, while appearing strong, can be brittle. Spiritual resilience is the ability to flow, to adapt, to find strength not in rigid defiance, but in fluid acceptance of the ever-changing currents of emotion and experience. Think of grief, a storm that ravages the inner landscape. To resist it, to dam the river of tears, is to invite stagnation and erosion within. True spiritual resilience lies in accepting the deluge, allowing it to cleanse and reshape the contours of the heart. Like the land after a flood, we may be different, changed, even scarred, but fertile, ready for new growth. This echoes the test of fragility and strength. Grief, seemingly a force of disintegration, can, when embraced, become a crucible forging deeper compassion and a more profound appreciation for the delicate dance of existence. Yet, even in yielding, there is strength. The ocean waves, surrendering to gravity, flowing back to the vast expanse, are not weak. They possess the patient, persistent power to carve coastlines, to reshape continents over millennia. This is the contradiction that reveals a deeper truth. Surrender can be a form of profound resistance, a slow, unwavering force that ultimately overcomes even the most imposing obstacles. Do we find spiritual resilience in fighting every inner tide, or in learning to navigate the ebb and flow, understanding that even in withdrawal, there is gathering strength for the next surge? The migrating bird, guided by an unseen compass, leaves the familiar nest behind as autumn paints the leaves in hues of farewell. It doesn't linger, clinging to the last vestiges of summer, lamenting the approaching winter. It trusts in an inner knowing, in the rhythms of the earth and the celestial dance above. It embarks on a journey towards an unseen horizon, guided by an instinct that transcends conscious understanding. This is the walkaway method, embodied. The lesson is not completed in the staying, but in the leaving, in the trust that the journey itself, the seeming incompleteness of the present moment, holds the promise of future return, of cyclical renewal. Can we, like the migrating bird, find resilience in trusting the unseen, in embracing the open-endedness of our own spiritual journey, even when the path ahead remains veiled in mist? Resilience, then, is not a fixed state, a destination reached. It is a continuous becoming, a dance between holding firm and letting go, between resistance and surrender. It is the unseen root of the towering tree, anchored deep in the earth, allowing the branches to sway and dance in the wind, drawing strength from the very forces that seek to challenge it. It is the whisper of the stone, not in its apparent solidity, but in its enduring transformation, a quiet testament to the enduring power of impermanence. Go now. Find a stone, hold it in your hand, feel its weight, its texture, the echoes of time etched into its surface. Ask it not to reveal to you the secret of unwavering strength, but to whisper the wisdom of enduring transformation. For within its stillness, within its apparent fragility, within its history of being shaped and reshaped, lies the true resonance of resilience, a resilience that echoes in the beating heart and the unfolding soul, eternally connected to the whispering stone and the boundless sky.